Hello, this is Inside the Press Box with Sunil Sunder Raj with Everyday Fan Sports. Today, I'm happy to be speaking with Trinity Williams, a freshman forward on the NJIT Highlanders women's basketball team. Trinity recently was named the America East Conference Rookie of the Week. She poured in 10 points, 4 rebounds in 13 minutes in a 54-49 win over Stony Brook at the WEC last Thursday. Trinity, again, thank you so much for taking some time out to speak with me today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Congrats, as said, on those honors, Trinity. I guess, right off the bat, I just wanted to ask you what that meant to you personally, being able to, have that type of performance against the reigning and defending conference champions in Stony Brook.
I have to say, it was just really cool to be recognized, especially by the America East for the performance that game. But I definitely think overall it was awesome to see that team recognition, especially with Kenna getting player of the week. Yeah. And, just proving that NJIT, like, we're here and we're here to play and we can hang with anybody, including Stony Brook, who's one of the best in the league.
Yeah. I mean, you guys had not played in almost 3 weeks, and it said to open up at home there. And that was a hard fought win. It said Stony Brook, said they have plenty of experience, players, but you guys have said hung in there tough and, said battled, and it said in the end, got some clutch baskets, were able to knock down your free throws, and you could see the emotion afterwards, with the players and coaches and having fans back here in the stands, said for this season. Just talk about that overall environment at the WEC last Thursday night.
Yeah, correct. Coming off of 3 weeks not playing a game, we were really hungry. We got back from Christmas break. We got back a little early and we put a lot of extra work in that gym. And I think all of the extra work and hours that we've been putting in, it really paid off on Thursday. It was a team win. Everybody played their role and did their parts. We had Kimmy occupying Pagan on the boards, and we had Kiana frustrating her. And then Kenna went off and had a crazy game, and Ellen was just always clutch and shows great leadership. So it was really just a good team effort. And I think, everybody played the way they could. And that's why when we all the pieces connect together, good stuff happens. And I think that really showed on Thursday.
Yeah, no, definitely. I want to ask you said averaging 5.1 points per game, 2.7 rebounds, shooting nearly 47% from the field. You had, those first 2 games were so impressive. Scoring 13 points in your debut against Wagner, following that up with 10.7 rebounds against Marquette. I want to ask you, how good did that feel? I said, knowing that all your hard work, said, the preseason, and then, said training camp, and then to see those first 2 games and those results, Trinity.
It was really cool. It just kind of, I would say it confirmed my belief that I can play at this level. Mm-hmm. So coming in, not really sure what to expect, and just getting the opportunity to prove myself to Coach Lane and my team and really everybody, and just to be able to show what I can do. It was really rewarding, especially, and personally, it was cool to just prove to myself that hey, you can do this, you're here for the right reasons, and you just got to keep working hard.
I know you're wearing that NJIT shirt. I wanted to ask you, proudly. I wanted to ask you, is that putting on that Highlanders jersey, the NJIT jersey, that number 21, what that represents to you? I know we're 13 games in here, but just, early on, what that represents to you personally, Trinity.
Yeah, putting on that number 21 every game day, it represents all the hard work and sacrifice that, I've made to get myself here, all the sacrifices, my family and my whole support systems, and, just the belief that this coaching staff, my teammates, Coach Lane, Coach Mitchell, Coach Gratch, Watson, that all of them have in us. That's what every day putting on that 21, that's what that represents to me.
As you mentioned, a clean sweep of the America East Conference, said honors this week. Kenneth Squire, junior guard, named America East, Player of the Week. This is an experienced group, said you talk about 1 graduate soon, 5 juniors, I think, and then a bunch of sophomores, 3, freshmen. Second year in the America East Conference, and there was no drop off from the win over Stony Brook. Again, another tough game on Sunday at Maine. Overtime victory, 67-59. Kenna with a career high, 24 points. Ellen Stoll with 16 points. And it said, again, another collective effort, it said from top to bottom, from the starters and bench. I'm wondering about the players coming off the bench. Said you've been able to provide, a huge lift, but there are other players as well. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that as well, Trinity.
Yeah, definitely. We have Lily Anderson back from injury now, and Lily's just provided a huge spark for us. The past couple of games, she's been getting a lot more time, and she just provides a lot of energy, and she's a great body out there on the floor. And Kiana also coming, I would say like a lot of that whole sophomore group is coming back from injury. Yeah. And it's just great to show how versatile we are. Coach Lane can go really deep into his bench, and we just have somebody that can, like, at all times, I truly believe that our 5 players are better than the other teams. And I think our whole bench too, so we can match up with anybody. So just having a lot of those sophomores coming off the bench and like including myself, like it's a great switch of energy. And I think that's really fun.
Yeah, tremendous production, from the bench. I'm wondering when you're there, sitting, you're watching, the starters, and then say your number is called by head coach Mike Lane. I'm just wondering during those, in-game moments when you're, viewing the action on the court, just what is you going through your mind? Just take, I guess people behind the scenes, Trinity.
Yeah, I mean, when Coach Lane says my name, it's like, oh boy, like here we go, like it's game time, like get ready, kid. But it's really just, staying locked in and stuff, analyzing the whole game, and then Coach Lane calling my name. It's like, all right, like you got to prove it. Like, your stuff, kid, like just go out there, play hard, and just give it everything you got.
That's great. The team now surpassing, said the win total, said 7 wins, the most since I think the 2016-17, team. That is just quite an accomplishment. I'm wondering, said again, you could see it in that overtime win over Maine. You guys outscored them 10-2 in the overtime, did not get flustered at all. And then, of course, being able to celebrate with the coaching staff, a 3-game winning streak, said now heading into, this Saturday's game at Binghamton. I'm just wondering, like, what, amongst you, the players and the coaching staff, what that emotion was like. I mean, it's not easy, an 8-hour bus trip up to Maine and then back to New Jersey. So just talk about that, Trinity.
Yeah, correct. Definitely, going to Maine, we know it's going to be a challenge. They're a really good program and they're a strong program, and they have been. But I just think this team and the chemistry, the program is just, we're on the rise, and everything, we've been building everything, especially like this season, past seasons, everything that the 5th-year seniors have worked for, like we're finally getting our chance to prove that right now. All the pieces are coming together. So getting that overtime win in Maine, it was huge for this team. It was a great win for the program. And I really just think like it shows like NJIT women's basketball, like we're here and we're showing up this season. And I think like we're going to be a fierce competitor for everybody in the league.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's been a roller coaster ride. I was jotting my notes down is that, lost the first one, won the next 3, split, lost 3 in a row, now won 3 in a row. But that win over, Wisconsin, the statement win, said of this season so far, what that did, said for this program, for the players and this coaching staff, Trinity.
That statement win over Wisconsin was huge, man. I mean, it was just, number one, it was a really awesome experience to be able to go out there and play Wisconsin in their arena, and to be able to show that, hey, like we can play with anybody, these girls might be from, Power 5 programs, but player for player, and, we might not be the bigger team, but we can be the tougher, we can be the smarter team. So I just think that win against Wisconsin was a huge win for their program. It was a huge win for Coach Lane and all of us, but it just shows that, like, when we come out and we're focused and we're ready, like we can really play with anybody.
Yeah. I'm wondering during that 3-week, break, I mean, you're still practicing, still getting ready, set for an upcoming game. It's not easy, during a losing streak because you want to get right back out on the court. I'm wondering, like, amongst you players, like, the team, what you guys were discussing internally, just, as far as keeping, your eye on the ball, eye on the prize, as far as, with the America East Conference, play opening up as well, Trinity.
Exactly. During that 3-week stretch, we were just trying to keep our heads up, keep team morale high. We're like, hey guys, like we're here. We got to make the best of it. Like, we got to put in this work. Like, we know how we can play. We know that it's all going to pay off. So just pushing each other to get better every day in practice is something that we truly try to do every day. And, I think it is paying off now. And, every day we get to that gym and we're locked in and everybody's there to get better. Everybody's there to make each other better. So I really just think that's, it's paying off, and that's what we keep ourselves focused on. We're a team, we get through this together, we do everything together. So I just think that's something that's really important.
Okay, I want to ask you about home games at the WEC. It said those are special times now having, of course, it said fans, alumni, family there as well. It said pre-game and then, taking the court. Had to ask you, what that, I mean, it must be an adrenaline rush for you, a surge of electricity. Just had to ask you about that, Trinity.
It's awesome to, playing the WEC. The WEC is an amazing facility. It's probably the nicest one that I've seen. Having our home crowds, friends and family there, it's awesome to be able to have them come and support us, show their support, and be able to put on a great performance and a great game for them. Mm-hmm. And, it's awesome to have, people on the streets pass by and be like, oh, I was at the game last night, great job. Mm-hmm. And it's just it's really cool to have that experience. So I'm just so happy that we have fans and visitors back in the WEC. And, regardless of whatever happens with, everything coming up, it's an amazing opportunity that we even get to play there, that we even get to play basketball. So I'm super thankful for all the opportunities that we have.
Yeah, true credit to you and the rest of the team for staying safe and healthy, because it is a challenge, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic and, with this new variant, the Omicron variant. But the fact that you guys have been able to play, the majority of your games, or all of them is again a testament to what you guys have been able to do off the court as well. You talked about head coach Mike Lane. I mean, this and the rest of this coaching staff, the assistant coaches, Sarah Mitchell, Tony Watson, Aaron Gratch. I looked at the notes online, what Coach Lane had to say about you, Trinity. I just wanted you to respond to him. That Trinity fits our style of play very well. She is a gifted post player who can play in the paint and on the perimeter. An experienced goalkeeper on the pitch, she brings a defensive presence to the hardwood, controlling the glass, protecting the rim, and being a voice. Trinity will shine in our motion offense. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
I mean, that's really nice to hear those words from Coach Lane. And I came here because I believe in this program. I believe in what Coach Lane wants to accomplish. And, the fact that he's given me this opportunity and he believes in me as well, and he sees me as a fit for this program, it means the world to me. And, I just have so much fun, trying to learn everything. And I do see myself fitting in this offense. And it's cool to be able that, Coach Lane's offense kind of utilizes all 5 players on the court, whether it's in the post, we have a guard posting up, or we have, big on the wing, catching the ball. It highlights everybody's talents. So it's just awesome to be able to play that style of game.
No, that's true. Hey, I want to, build upon that, because with this, I mean, it's just an outstanding athletic and administrative, staff at NJIT. I wanted to ask you about Anissa Sanchez, Director of Basketball Operations, Sandra Taylor, Director of Learning Center, Strength and Conditioning Coach Bobby Fisk, Stephanie Polari, Assistant Athletic Director for Media Relations and Digital Strategy, and Athletic Director Lenny Kaplan, and also our President, Dr. Joel Bloom. If you can just talk about what they've meant to, this team.
I would definitely say, starting off with Anissa Sanchez, she means the world to this team. Anissa is there for everything we need. She's on top of her stuff. She goes above and beyond. I would say everybody, all the people you just named, they go above and beyond to make sure, that women's basketball is getting all the support that they need. And they do their jobs amazingly. Fisk getting us super strong and healthy in the weight room, strengthening our bodies. And from the administrative side, Lenny and Bloom, always supporting women's basketball. And Steph does a great job with all of our media stuff. But I would just say, Anissa, we call Anissa the GOAT here because she runs around like a chicken with her head off. But, everything we need, everything is there, everything's done correctly. And we just appreciate all the support that we get.
It's great. And didn't want to forget also Peg Heffer, Assistant Director of Athletics for Administration as well. Talk about it's not easy being a student athlete, especially at NJIT with the rigors and demands. I wanted to ask you, so far, just being able to balance that. There's so much, as said, with practices, watching film and then the games itself. Just talk about that as well, Trinity.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely, it's been an adjustment coming from high school to a higher level. But the support system that you listed earlier, Sandra and TLC makes it really easy for, I would say, me and Reese, the two freshmen here, like to get adjusted to academics and basketball here. And, we are student athletes, the academics come first.
Mhm.
So it's great to have that support system, whether it's tutors or just individual sessions that we need or time with professors. We have a lot of options here and opportunities to make sure that we get our academics right. And, we've been student athletes for a while. So, the balance that we have, obviously it's a lot more to balance now, but it's something that we're used to doing. So you just get through it. And it's definitely the team, the support system here makes everything worth it. And they really help a lot.
That's terrific. Just talk about, I didn't want to forget as well, fellow students, just the support as well, that, and just around, campus, what I mean, you've seen it, said that the reaction has just been unbelievable, but just, I wanted to, again, from you personally, if you can just talk about that as well. I mean, both, with athletics, academics, but especially with the success the basketball team has had this season.
For sure, just, having that, the environment that and the culture that has been built here by the upperclassmen, especially relating to our peers and all the other students on campus, it's awesome to have. I would say, especially like all of the sports teams combined are really there for each other, whether it's us showing out to support women's soccer, women's volleyball, or, men's volleyball or something like that. The student athletes especially really stick together here. And I think that's awesome because when it's game day, like we see them there cheering for us in the crowd, like it means the world. And to be able to have other people who aren't necessarily, on the team, but they're in the same boat and we're all working towards the same goal, it's really awesome to see.
That's great. Just have a couple more. I wanted to take it back. You talked about high school. It said from Upper Black Eddy, Pennsylvania, attending, graduated from Palisades High School in Kinnersville, Pennsylvania. Finished your career with nearly 1,300 career points and 818 career rebounds. I mean, you had just a stellar career there at Palisades High School. I'm wondering, just when it comes to your mind, like, what you were able to achieve there.
Yeah, I mean, it was really awesome. One of my goals going into high school was, I really wanted to score 1,000 points. And the fact that my senior season that I was blessed enough, through the hard work of our athletic director and, the circumstances, we were blessed to have a season, which was something that, at the end of the day, a kid just wants to play basketball. So to be able to have the opportunity to, achieve like one of my hardworking dreams, something that I had worked for, it was really awesome. And just a great experience that I had at Palisades, the support throughout the teachers, the community, the whole athletic department there. It was awesome to see that. So I'm just really happy that I had a great experience.
Yeah, I mean, you're numerous dubious honors, as far as first and second team honors. I mean, and you were dominating. I mean, you said averaging a double-double, Trinity. I mean, that's not easy to do. I mean, 10 of them, averaging 21 points per game and 10 rebounds, 3 blocks per game. Just talk about it. That ranked first, I believe, in the Lehigh Valley area. I mean, just the commitment to excellence, to strive to be the best, as well. Just talk about that, because that's not easy to do that, maintain that level, said every year. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, definitely, it was a grind, I have to say, putting in a lot of work in the postseason, AAU seasons, always working in the summers, and working throughout my off seasons. It was just, something, if I got to put my mind to it and do it. I also think, my high school team, it was just one of those things that had to get done. Like, somebody had to do the work. So, I was willing to take the bullet, and, I had a great support system in high school. I had a great team, but, I really, truly saw there was no reason why, I couldn't put those numbers up. So just to go out there and have the opportunity to do that and have fun with it every game was something that I really tried to focus on.
It's wonderful. So I want to ask you about January 9th, 2021, scoring 41 points in a 62-52 win over Faith Christian. That's where you surpassed 1,000 points. Just talk about that game and at the moment that that you had scored your 1,000 career point.
Yeah, that game was pretty crazy, I have to say. Going into that game, knowing I was going to score my 1,000 points, I think I was 4 points away. Once again, it was our first game of the season, so I was just super hyped that we had a season that I at least had one game to get my name in the books.
Yeah.
And then scoring my 1,000th point was awesome. It was kind of like, all right, like a little bit of like a sigh of relief, like that's done. And then the game continues, the game doesn't stop. So I think I was just really feeling it that game. I don't know. I just kind of took over to control, and my teammates gave me the opportunity to do that. So I think that's what happened that game.
Great. Junior year again, excelled, 17 points per game, 10 rebounds. Your sophomore year, 26 rebounds against Salisbury. Even your freshman year, you were named Colonial League Player of the Week 5 times. And also that you were a 3-star athlete. You played soccer, you played, you also participated in track and field where you excelled as well. Just talk about that, how important that was, that playing, multiple sports, and staying active, year round.
Correct. Yeah, definitely playing 3 sports in high school definitely helped me for this adjustment and balancing everything here. But I also think it's really important, for kids at that age. I don't think it's healthy to spend 12 months a year doing the same thing, working out the same muscles. Yeah. So playing soccer and doing track and field was an opportunity for me to strengthen my body and use different muscles. So, we don't have that overuse happening, which is, I think, where a lot of injuries come from, especially with young girls. Yeah. But it was awesome, playing soccer and doing track and field where it was kind of like, for me, it was like my downtime. Basketball, I really focused in because that was my priority, but soccer and track, I allowed myself to have fun with it. And, I'm really grateful for all the opportunities I had, going to the state tournament and going, just a lot of accomplishments that I had in high school. It was just really awesome. And I'm super happy and blessed to have had those opportunities.
Yeah, 7 shutouts in soccer. That talk about that. And then, of course, earning gold district in the triple jump, all Colonial League honors in the triple jump, gold medal, and long jump where you earned a bronze medal. That's incredible. And just talk about being able to, as I said, rack up those honors as well, Trinity.
Yeah, I think, it just shows my athleticism and my versatility. And a lot of those things, I try to incorporate here, whether it's, I would say soccer and track have both helped me. I've taken things from both of those sports and allowed them to, put them into my game, whether it's like strengthening my footwork or just allowing me to strengthen different parts of my games. Soccer and track have definitely helped me with that.
Great. Just have a couple more left. I know family's important. Just wanted to ask you, especially from your parents, your mom and dad, I know your mom played at LIU Brooklyn and coached at American University. Just talk about how much they've meant to you, through this journey in Trinity.
Yeah, my mom means the world to me. She's my biggest cheerleader. She's my number one fan. So having her constant support, she taught me the fundamentals of the game. She coached me all the way until my senior year, whether it was from high school to AAU. She was always there, and it's awesome to have a parent and a coach there. Sometimes maybe in the moment it doesn't seem like the best thing, but I'm just so blessed and grateful for all the opportunities and the constant love and support that she's shown me. So it's awesome, and now she gets to come to the games, and it's an amazing opportunity.
It's great. That's really nice to hear. I'm wondering, when it comes to the game of basketball, for you personally, what makes it so special to play? You've been playing for a long time, so I'm just wondering, now here at NJIT, especially now in the college level for you, just taking the court. I just had to ask you about that, Trinity.
I think, I'm a really competitive person, but basketball is one of the games where I think truly it is a team sport. You can't win without that team component. So putting those two things together, the competitiveness and the team drive, that's something that it means the world to me, and I love that. So getting the opportunity to play basketball here with a team full of girls that I love, and I wouldn't trade anything for the world. So that's what keeps me going every day. And then we have this amazing coaching staff here, so it's just an awesome opportunity.
It's just expanding on that, women's college basketball and in general women's basketball, the growth of the sport, and we've seen it, over the years. Just how the popularity has risen, in terms of TV and just, said social media. Just talk about how important that is. And, I said you've done, fantastic job of representing, the sport, but just talk about how key that is,
Definitely. I think the media has really only helped women's sports. And I think it's amazing that we can show these young girls, growing up, we can show them positive role models, and we can show them ways to outlet their energy and ways that can benefit them. So, having, being able to have the opportunity to play Division I basketball at this level, it's awesome. And I can only hope that throughout my journey, I might have, inspired one young girl or a little boy to hopefully, take up basketball, or whether it's basketball or not, just do something and find something that they're passionate about and to really pursue that. I think that's awesome. And then, the media, like I said, it's only helped the sport. So I think it's awesome that we have all these great role models, and, we have the WNBA, we have the National Women's Soccer League, just all these different functions to see empowered and strong women. I think that's really important for us.
No, I agree with that. Yeah, that was one of my final, one of my remaining questions was what your advice, your message is for younger kids and athletes out there that aspire to, one day, be playing, at NJIT, as you are right now.
I would say my piece of advice is you're going to have to make sacrifices, but, ultimately it's going to be worth it. And you just have to remember, like, you're working towards a goal, and, you might not want to get up and go to the gym every day, but, like, you got to push yourself to do it, but it's only going to make you better in the long run. So that's my piece of advice.
Great. Okay. Final question is a new one I have, developed is, your message to NJIT Highlander, nation out there, fans here locally and nationally. I said here, present and moving forward as the season goes on. I just want you have the floor, Trinity.
My message to Highlanders fans, I don't know, hashtag protect the WEC, man. We got to get as many people out for however long we can. Come and support, whether it's men, women's, both. Preferably just come support, protect the WEC, pack the stands, and we hope to see everybody there.
Sounds good. Hey, just a true honor and privilege. Thank you so much, Trinity, again, for taking some time out to speak with me. Congrats on your success, not only both individually, but the team as well. And wishing you, the rest of the team, especially the players, the coaching staff, all the best, moving forward here in the 2021-22 season.
Thank you. I'm wishing you the best as well. I hope to see you around more.
Thank you.